Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're at the movies.
At the movies.
Yeah. Imagine, uh, walking out of the theater with a friend and you're both just buzzing about what you just saw,
Yeah.
and you're, ready to talk about it. Well, that's the kind of scene we're diving into today.
Fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to be looking at a casual conversation between two friends about a movie,
Yeah,
and it's all about learning English through these real life situations.
exactly. We'll be listening to a dialogue between two friends, Amy and Peter,
Right.
and we can all learn some useful vocabulary and phrases that you can use when you're talking about movies in English.
Yeah. Think of it like a cheat sheet for your next movie night conversation.
Yeah.
Ready to hear what Amy and Peter had to say?
Absolutely. Let's jump right in.
Okay, so I'll be Peter and you be Amy.
Sounds good.
Here we go. Wow, that movie was amazing. I did not see that ending coming.
I know. The plot twist was stunning.
Totally. And those mountain scenes were just incredible.
The cinematography was beautiful.
I want to grab some coffee and talk about it more.
Great idea. I have so many theories.
There's a new cafe nearby. We could try that one.
Perfect. We can analyze every detail there.
So what did you think? It felt like we were right there with Amy and Peter walking out of the theater,
Yeah,
right?
I know, right? Their conversation felt so natural and easy
Yeah.
because they were just using everyday English phrases,
Yeah.
the kind you would hear in a real conversation.
Exactly. And that's what makes this dialogue such a great learning tool.
Yeah.
You can hear how native speakers use English in a casual setting.
Absolutely. It's like a window into everyday English conversation.
Okay, before we go any further, let's rewind and take a closer look at some of the key words and phrases from Amy and Peter's conversation.
Okay.
First up, that plot twist that Amy mentioned.
Ah, yes, the plot twist. This is a key element in storytelling, especially in movies. It's that unexpected turn of events that surprises the audience and keeps them guessing.
Right. And Peter's reaction, I did not see that ending coming, shows how effective a good plot twist can be.
Totally.
It completely caught him off guard.
Exactly. And notice how Amy described the plot twist as stunning.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great word to express how impressed she was by the unexpected turn of events. It's like saying, wow, that was amazing.
You got it. It's a really powerful word that adds emphasis and emotion to her reaction.
Yeah.
So remember, when you want to express strong, positive feelings about something stunning, is a great choice.
Now let's talk about cinematography, a word that sounds a bit fancy, but Amy used it so naturally.
Right. Cinematography refers to all the visual elements that make a movie beautiful. Think about the camera angles, the lighting, and the overall look and feel of the film.
Uh-huh.
Amy was clearly impressed by the way the movie looked, especially those mountain scenes.
Yes. And it's interesting how Peter picked up on that and agreed,
Yeah.
highlighting those mountain scenes as well.
Yeah.
It shows they're both paying attention to the visual details of the film.
Absolutely. It's a subtle way of showing their shared appreciation for the beauty of the movie.
Yeah. And, cinematography is a word that you'll hear a lot in movie discussions.
Right.
It's a great way to express your appreciation for the artistry and, the visual storytelling of a film.
Yeah. So even though it sounds a bit technical, it's definitely a word worth adding to your movie vocabulary.
Absolutely. Now let's move on to another key word from the dialogue. Analyze. Remember how Peter suggested they go get coffee and analyze every detail?
Uh-huh.
It shows how much they want to delve into the movie and discuss its deeper meaning.
Right. Analyze definitely implies a deeper level of discussion. It's like they're turning into movie detectives,
Yeah.
ready to examine all the clues and the hidden messages.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Analyze means to examine something carefully and in detail.
Uh-huh.
So Peter and Amy are planning to, break down the movie and really think about its themes and ideas.
Yeah, it's like taking the movie apart and putting it back together to understand how it works. Exactly. And this is something you can do with any movie you watch. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Discuss your interpretations and analyze the story. It's a great way to enhance your understanding and appreciation of a film.
Now, going back to the dialogue, I love how smoothly Peter transitioned from talking about the movie to suggesting they get coffee, hey, want to grab some coffee and talk about it more?
Yeah.
It's such a natural and casual way to extend the conversation.
Yes. And it's a great example of how to make a suggestion in English.
Right.
Notice how he doesn't say, "You must come with me," or "We have to talk about this."
Yeah.
He keeps it very light and open-ended, giving Amy the space to decide.
And Amy's response, great idea,
Yeah.
is equally perfect.
Yes.
It's short, it's enthusiastic, and it shows that she's eager to continue the conversation.
It's a great reminder that you don't need to overthink your responses in English. Sometimes a simple, positive phrase is all you need.
Right, and then they seamlessly agree on a location, that new cafe nearby. Yeah. So they're making plans. They're confirming their shared interest and showing how easily a conversation can flow from one topic to another.
Exactly. And notice that final line? Perfect. We can analyze every detail there. This wraps up their conversation beautifully. It sets the stage for a deeper discussion at the cafe.
Right.
It's like they're leaving us with a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
making us wonder, what insights they'll uncover during their coffee date.
And that's the beauty of movie conversations.
Yes.
They can spark so many thoughts and ideas,
Yeah.
and they can even lead to new discoveries about the film and ourselves.
Absolutely. And this dialogue has given us so much to think about. From understanding key vocabulary words like plot twist and cinematography
Yeah.
to exploring, effective communication strategies like making suggestions and expressing agreement.
It's amazing how much we can learn from a simple conversation between two friends.
And remember, this deep dive is just a taste of what you can discover when you start paying attention to everyday English conversations.
That's right. And if you're enjoying this deep dive, be sure to subscribe and like this episode.
Yes.
We'll have even more deep dives into fascinating English conversations and vocabulary coming your way.
And who knows, maybe our next deep dive will feature a conversation at that very cafe where we can eavesdrop on Amy and Peter's in-depth analysis of the movie.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to highlight one more thing that makes this dialogue so valuable. It's like a blueprint for how you can have your own engaging movie conversations in English.
That's a great point. We've talked about vocabulary and communication strategies,
Right.
but now let's look at the overall structure of their conversation. Remember how Amy started with a strong statement? The plot twist was stunning. That immediately grabbed our attention
Yeah.
and set the tone for an exciting discussion.
Yeah, it's like she threw down a conversational gauntlet challenging Peter to respond and share his thoughts.
Exactly. And Peter didn't disappoint. He agreed with her and added his own perspective, saying he didn't anticipate the ending. They're building on each other's comments, creating a natural back and forth that keeps the conversation flowing.
And then Amy smoothly transitioned to talking about the cinematography, specifically praising the beauty of the mountain scenes. This shows how you can shift the focus to different aspects of the movie that you want to discuss.
It's like they're taking turns leading the conversation, each bringing their own observations and insights to the table.
And the way Peter suggests getting coffee is so seamless. Hey, want to grab some coffee and talk about it more?
Right.
It's an invitation, not a command, and it shows how you can casually propose extending the conversation.
And Amy's response, "Great idea," is short, sweet, and to the point. It reinforces the idea that you don't need to overcomplicate things in English. Sometimes a simple phrase is all it takes to express agreement and enthusiasm.
And then they effortlessly agree on a location, that new cafe nearby. They're not just talking about the movie. They're making plans, solidifying their connection, and demonstrating how smoothly a conversation can move from one topic to the next.
And their final exchange is key. Perfect. We can analyze every detail there. It's like they're setting the stage for a more in-depth analysis, showing that they're truly invested in understanding the movie on a deeper level.
So what can we learn from all of this?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, don't be afraid to express your opinions about movies, even if you're still learning English. Use those key phrases we've discussed. Talk about the plot twist, the cinematography, and don't hesitate to analyze those details with a friend.
And remember, a simple suggestion like, hey, want to grab some coffee and talk about it more, can go a long way in keeping the conversation going.
Exactly. The key is to relax, have fun, and use those everyday phrases to express yourself. Who knows, you might even discover some stunning insights of your own.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of movie conversations. We'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration of English in action.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.